new tonight, Maryland Governor Wes Moore talks about his legislative priorities as he's taking on his first few months in office.
And the upstart governor is now framing his push for a $15 an hour minimum wage that is tied to inflation, with lifting thousands of children out of poverty. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming has been covering the new governor since his Democratic primary run last year.
Yeah, and Leonard, the governor's pretty intent on getting this passed.
Yes, he is. Good evening. It's been a tough go on the minimum wage issue for the new governor, who is just halfway through his first 100 days in office. He's had some resistance from his own party, given concerns from businesses that tying the wage hike to inflation is problematic. Governor Moore says he will keep pushing the centerpiece of his legislative agenda.
This is going to be a full frontal assault on child poverty, and it's Maryland's time to lead.
Governor Wes Moore tells me that's why his top priority is raising Maryland's minimum wage to $15 an hour and tying it to inflation.
By getting us to a $15 minimum wage, addressing the fact that we have too many people who are still working, and in some cases multiple jobs, and still living at or below a poverty line, it means that Maryland has got to be able to address this. It's also going to make us more economically competitive, because that's capital that will go back into our economy.
The governor wants to also address child poverty by permanently extending the state's earned income tax credit and making the child tax credit permanent.
It is irresponsible for us to be a state that has the highest median GDP of any other state in this country, yet at the same time we have hundreds of thousands of children who are living in poverty. It doesn't make sense.
Why tie it to inflation? Why the importance of that aspect?
Well, I think that the data continues to show that it adds a measure of predictability for our businesses.
Some General Assembly leaders disagree with Moore on that point. Members of his own party are balking at tying the wage hike to inflation. Is there a compromise in this for you to get this done?
I plan on working in partnership with our legislative partners in order to make this happen. And so I believe in democracy. I'm enjoying the back and forth. By getting to that $15 minimum wage, we are going to fight 24/7 if necessary to get that done.
The goal, Governor Moore says, is about lifting 152,000 children up an economic rung and out of poverty. Still, he has to convince legislative members skittish about the inflation piece. Moore insists, though, it has to be included. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now. Back to you.